The Iranian president said the only way for the United States is to lift all sanctions and return to the nuclear agreement of Iran. Otherwise, the White House will be driven into a tight corner. China, in a trade war with the United States, made public a white paper on the China-US economy and trade negotiations to clarify the basic situation of the China-US trade negotiations and the Chinese stand-up policy on the negotiations. The white paper said, China strongly opposes the recent declaration of the United States on imposing additional duties on China and will never make concessions on the principled issues. China does not want a war, but if necessary, cannot but fight. Such attitude is consistent and unchangeable. Like this, the U.S. unilateral sanctions against other countries evoke a rejection and denunciation of the international community, and many countries are making active efforts to defend their sovereignty without yielding to the U.S. sanctions. So far, you've been listening to an account under the title, U.S. Unilateral Sanctions Opposed. This is Voice of Korea.
Dear listeners, with this we conclude the English language service of Voice of Korea from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Voice of Korea presents its English language service for Southeast Asia between 5 and 6 hours UTC on 13,650 kHz and 15,105 kHz, and between 10 and 11 hours UTC on 11,735 kHz and 13,650 kHz. For Middle East and Northern Africa between 16 and 17 hours UTC on 9,890 kHz and 11,645 kHz, and between 19 and 20 hours UTC on 9,875 kHz and 11,635 kHz. For Southern Africa between 19 and 20 hours UTC on 7,210 kHz and 11,910 kHz. And for Central and South Americas between 4 and 5 hours UTC on 11,735 kHz, 13,760 kHz and 15,180 kHz, and between 10 and 11 hours UTC on 11,710 kHz and 15,180 kHz. Goodbye, this is Pyongyang.